Hello, multilingual sarcasm meditation using deep learning. My name is Germa Ioannis. I am PhD candidate currently. Supervisors are Professor Jose Luis Orofeza and Professor Olga. Here today I will present the reports on my advance. Actually, this is my research thesis topic. From this topic, I have different publications, and still I have been working on other paper too. So today's presentation is going to discuss on some advances on my thesis topic. My thesis topic is multilingual sarcasm imitation using deep learning. These are let us see the outlines. The outlines are introduction, motivation, there are objectives, work overview. This point touches the past works, what we did and where did we stop, and what advancements we made, and some advances and the publication we will see. When we see introductory to this topic, these advancements, but before we see some advancements, we have to introduce what mean by sarcasm imitation, and what mean by sarcasm, and what solution we can provide for it. Sarcasm refers to words that are opposite of what people want to say. It's totally opposite. Most of the time, people touch or people put pain on others in intrinsic way or in the hidden way. This way or this style known as sarcasm. So using a sarcasm matter, it's actually is a linguistic style to make a fun of others, or to criticize others, or to insult, or ridiculousness, or put negative feeling on the others. So for example, oh great, another rainy day, or I finally found the lover who annoys me. When we see this feedback, it might seem a positive tone, but actually it's a positive tone, but it has a negative intention. It has a hidden negative intention or criticism. Oh great, the first statement, oh great, look is a positive, but the following statements or the closing clause is another rainy day. It shows that tiredness is being tired of, shows tiredness of being rainy, and finally found as the lover is positive, but who annoys me is also automatically flips to the negative context. For that kind of user feedback there is a completion linguistic solution known as sarcasm detection. Sarcasm detection is actually a solution for sarcasm opinions being generated, being given by the users or social media users. It has a positive impact on sentiment analysis. As we know, sentiment analysis is a huge NLP, major part of the NLP solution. Not only sentiment analysis, sarcasm meditation has positive impact on online dialogue as well as online opinion minings too. Despite this, detecting sarcasm remains a challenge for language models, especially in multilingual settings. So let us see the motivation. Even though there are several attempts, several publications, papers, there is still limitation in the detecting sarcasm on underrepresented and multilingual datasets. Underrepresented means a low resource language. The language which have no more digital access. The language did not have more computational applications. they didn't come to the digital world, but locally they are very popular. They used to communicate, but they have a limited access in the digital, known as underrepresented language. So these are the caveats, these are the limitations, or these are the gaps we identified in these topics. General objective is multilingual sarcasm imitation in low resource and high resource languages to enhance robustness of the language model. This is our general objectives. To achieve that general objectives, we set certain specific objectives, which are collect and compile data from different sources, annotate the collected data into target classes. This is our advances. We made advances in this point. So we increased the annotated data sizes in this season. Evaluate the performance of language model on monolingual as well as multilingual. We incorporated the monolingual concept here because when we are working with multilingual, it's very important to evaluate monolingual as well, because to see the cross-lingual, the language capability to handle the cross-lingual capability, how the language model recognize or detect the cross-lingual, then we need to go to the multilingual. And the final is disseminate the product series journal publication. Here the work overview is till January 2026 we had 2,000 Amharic data sets, 1,711 Spanish compiled and augmented dataset, 10,000 English compiled. Of course, English is not underrepresented. It is a high resource language. So many papers, many scholars, researchers have made attempt on this topic, sarcasm detection, using the English languages. So it has many dataset accesses, different resources it have, but there is the limitation, online dataset limitation in the Amharic as well as Spanish too. Even we found less than 1,000 records for the Spanish, and in our previous work we augmented some sort of those records, and we increased the size up to 1,700 around. Even still less than 2,000. And the compiled one is 13,711. The combined one, this is our approach, because this is why we said this multilingual sarcasm imitation, because it's multilingual. This is the mixed one. And when we come to the paper, our work overview is we have published evaluating the capability of base and the large-scale language model for multilingual sarcasm detection. This paper was published on PRJ journal, is Q1 in February 2026, and is this is all about the paper focus all about fine-tune base scale models and the benchmarks the large language models in monolingual and the multilingual sarcasm detection. Another related task we have made is sarc-hope detection of sarcasm in social media hope speech. So we used the dataset which was provided in the IVERT LEAF 2025, and we relabeled the target classes into the hope, non-hope, and the sarcasm. Of course, it is multi-level class. It has a 5 class, but we just we compressed the class level into the 3: hope, non-hope, and the sarcasm. And we also it also published in the Computation e Sistemas journal in March 2026. These are our paper work overview, and the above slides talked about the dataset overview. Now let us see the advances. Since January 2026, we have made some advances in our data, especially in the Amharic data. We increased Amharic data from 2000 to 8660. There are 6660 annotated records increments. So these are our good achievement in this season. To control the data quality control, we first the data set is classified into three target classes: sarcastic, non-sarcastic, and unknown. So we introduced the unknown concept because there are different jargons. When we collect data from social media, there are different jargons. Like some can write in the our target language is Amharic, while other may write in the Spanish or in the English or in the Italy. So the data written other than Amharic all categorized and unknown, and some symbols nonsense comments are also included on the unknown classes. The data consider question language other than Amharic. Blank space it is set to unknown and the plan to remove at the last. Annotation was run by two professionals who are native in Amharic and work in language field as well. Context or the topic of the posts and the guidelines was provided to the annotators. This is some snapshot of the annotations. As we can see, there is a context. This context helps the annotators what to mean this concept is. Actually, for example, if in number 8, let me read it in the Amharic. ከኢዳ ወደ ሚንዳ የሚባል እንደዚህ ነገር ሲሆን ነው። ሌላ ሁሉም ውሸት ነው። This means it means from debt to the prosperity means this kind of work. Actually, this context for this one is one sheep gave a birth to 5 baby. Sheep gave a birth to 5 baby by baby sheep. This fact was just recorded and posted by the government, broad mass media, and the many users say their opinion. Some write funny of it's just giving birth 5 sheep, baby sheep. It's sometimes it's surprising, but as I say, this indicates it may take our country from debt to the prosperity. It may not take, but just it's sarcasm just. So this kind of, so the context helps us to give the relevant level. And is paper in progress. We have another progress is paper also in progress. We are currently working in disentangling lexical and pragmatic generalization, multilingual sarcasm detection, serial explainable AI. This we hope this very strong paper. We are currently working on it. It is beyond simple classification. It attempts to see how the models detect sarcasm while data is lexical and pragmatic. It also introduces XI to increase the interpretability and the trust in the model prediction, and expect to send to high quality journals or ACL proceedings. The following figure shows whole the workflow of this paper. It also uses multilingual data in English, Spanish, and Amharic, and the data also is split into training and test data. 20% of data was reserved for the evaluation. Then we fine-tune XLM R model, and again we fine-tune the Robert base model. We also choose the XI concept on the XLMR model using different methods of XI styles. Then this 20% of the split data is going to be evaluate these fine-tuned models as well as large language model. For large language model, we choose GPT 5 mini because it is cost effective and easy to implement. So we just evaluate the full test data 20%, and in another way we just again separated data lexical test and the pragmatic test. So we evaluate in the